Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's bite-sized Bible bulletin. As you can see, it is not John tonight, it is me. I have given John supposedly a well-earned night off. He has been going for 68 days and he has been given a night off tonight. I hope you all feel sorry for him and that you'll send your comments saying how pleased you are that he's having the night off and actually it's me you want to present normally. It is nice to actually be able to be here and to do this. As you know, I've been sat behind the camera most of the time, and we have then changed our format a little bit, which meant that John could do it all on his own and I could get to interact with everybody. So tonight he should be interacting if he's not sitting watching Sky News, and he should be interacting. So make sure you say hello to him. Please send in your comments. We do love to read them afterwards. I can see them as they come up, but we do love to read them afterwards, see what you're getting up to. Tell us what you've been doing today. This has been a bank holiday Monday, and I know all the days kind of roll into one, but tell us what you've been doing today and keep us up to date with all that's going on. I do have one notice to bring to you that tomorrow night, John will be back in the saddle and we will be having communion. So please make sure that you have your emblems ready and be organised for communion. You will get your reminder at 7:10 and at 7:20. But just a wee heads up to get your emblems ready for tomorrow night's broadcast at 7:30. Now, as you know, we've been having guests on, and tonight is no exception. We have travelled around about the area. We've been to Cambusnethan, we've been to Netherton, we've been to the Law. Yeah, we were quite far travelled that night. But tonight we're going on a big journey. Not as big a journey as possibly we've been listening to in the news all day today, but we are going on a bit of a journey to the Bathgate Hills. And we are going to have a chat tonight with Gladys. That's because I usually call her Gladrag. We are going to have a chat with Gladys and Marion. So I'm just going to pop them on and I want you all to join in the comments and say hello to them. So, hi Marion, hi Gladys.
Hi.
Give everybody a wave.
Hi Tracy, hi. Hi.
How are you both?
Very well, Tracy, very well. Just keeping busy, Tracy.
That's good. I'm glad you're keeping busy. I would hate to think that you were sitting about and doing nothing, Gladys, the way you usually do.
Never, Tracy, I've never got a minute.
Have you not got a minute? Have you not?
No. And I've soup to make every second day, Tracy.
Oh, have you now? So there's soup every second day. So is that tomorrow there'll be soup?
Yes.
Right, okay. So if I work that out, then possibly after maybe the restrictions have been lifted, I can work out what day's soup day and I can pop round and get a wee cup of soup, can I?
Oh, that would be lovely.
That's good. So what I wanted to ask you was just a couple of questions. You've seen what we've been doing with these guests as they come on. What I wanted to ask you is how your experience of lockdown has been and what the challenges have been.
But you know, Tracy, I've been fortunate because I've had the company and that has helped, Tracy. Mm-hmm. It definitely has helped. Between that and the biz, of course, being busy. I mean, that's kept me going.
I couldn't have left my mum in Hamilton as well.
No.
I brought her up, and you know what? There's 3 years in the house, and it has worked really well. It's been okay. It's been good.
Definitely.
We've just worked together. My excitement's a Friday night. We do the shopping list. Mum and I's not been out, but Jim goes to shopping. So yeah, it's been fine.
It's been all right, and obviously you had some personal tragedy with Jim's mum being ill and passing. So what have been the challenges with that then that you're able to share with us?
The challenge for me was I went to see her the day she died, and we speak to her through a window. Mm-hmm. Saddest thing. I mean, I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
The saddest things. But do you know what? it was for everybody's own good, and it was a lovely service, and they're going to have a celebration once everything's back to normal. So yeah.
I think with the nice things have come the challenges,
yeah, it has. But we're all fine. And Bethany spoke away back in April, right? And I really loved that verse, right? And I kept asking her, what was it again? What was it again? And it was just drawn to me. And I sent it on to a few of my friends, right?
Yeah.
He will never leave you nor forsake you. And I think that's really lovely. And I really liked that night. She was brilliant. She was excellent.
That's good. It wasn't the last time she spoke. She speaks quite regularly in my ear all the time, but I take it you mean on the broadcast. I would like her to take a break every now and then from the talking too. So anyway, she's probably watching this and I'm going to get in trouble. So the next thing I wanted to ask you about is what you were looking forward to when we are allowed to get back to church. What sort of things are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to getting back to church first, and I'm looking forward to seeing all my friends in the church, especially Tuesday and a Wednesday. But I'm really looking forward to coming back to see them all
and catching up.
Yes.
And I think things might be a bit different, isn't it? In that we're not going to be allowed to hug and shake hands and things like that. And that's going to take some doing. And we're going to have to remember that, isn't it? But it will still nice to be together.
It will still be nice.
Yeah. What about you, Marion? What about when you get back to your church as well? I know you go to church up near where you live. So what are you looking forward to?
Again, but we're very good. I'm in the Women's Guild at our church, and we phone each other. One phones one week and then the other, so we keep in touch that way. But we've not got a minister now, so I'm struggling to see what's going to happen because there's a bit too many churches in Bathgate. So it's a bit
of an uncertain time at the moment from that.
But I do attend Bow Call Church, which is a really young church and really good. And that's who took my mother-in-law's funeral because that's where she went. It's lovely. So they have the same kind of thing on a Sunday morning and that. So I've been tuning into that as well. But we keep in touch. It's good that we keep in touch, phoning each other every week as well.
Yeah. And that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, lots of people are talking about church and how the churches are closed, but we absolutely know that church isn't closed, that the buildings are closed, but the format of church and the fellowship of church and the being together this of church we have managed to do, yes, not without challenges, but we have managed to do, and as you say, you've kept in touch with the people from your church, and I know that there's people keeping in touch with Gladys from our church and things like that. So the church is alive and well, and fellowshipping one with the other, just because we're not meeting in the confines of the building, isn't it? And no matter what happens, that won't change. Nobody can take that away, that the church is alive and well, and our God's alive and well as well. So one last question for you. We'll start with Gladys, I think. Have you got something, Gladys, that you can say that could encourage us and help us over the next few days or weeks, just to keep us going? What words of wisdom can you give us, Gladys?
Well, I don't know if it's wisdom, but you know something? It could be a learning point, because what we've all come through, there's been a lesson behind it all.
Yep. And
it could be a big learning point, and it could maybe bring everyone all the closer.
Yep. It definitely can. It definitely can. And Marion, what have you got to say that you could help us over the next few days and weeks by way of encouragement?
I just think that we're all so kind to each other just now, right? And hopefully that'll continue when we get out of lockdown. People will forget, because it has been, it's something that we'll never ever forget. So let's just hope that we all remember that and be kind to each other.
Yep. That's great. Well, I'd like to thank you both for joining us. It's been great to talk to you. I'd forgotten there are lots and lots of comments coming through that you'll be able to see later on. Lots of people saying hello to you and things like that. So you'll be able to read them through later on as you watch this back. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just say bye-bye to you for the moment. If you just hang on in the background though until we say goodbye to the others, then I'll come back and we'll say goodbye properly. Is that all right?
Yes, Tracy.
Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for coming and give everybody a wave and say cheerio to them.
Yes.
Bye.
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 So that was us at the Bathgate Hills with Gladys and Marion, which was great. It wasn't it great to see them, and it was great to hear from them and to hear their words of encouragement and hear about the challenges that they've had to face over the last 9 weeks. So just a quick reminder before I sign off that we have got communion tomorrow night. So please make sure that you've got yourself organised and ready. You will get another reminder because I know what you're all like. But you will get another reminder tomorrow, but please get yourself organised so that we can share communion together. It will be John back in the hot seat tomorrow night, you'll be pleased to know. I may have to pop up at another point in time, but we'll leave you guessing as to when that is because he doesn't tell me in advance. So thank you very much for tuning in tonight. It's been great to be with you and not be banished to the living room. So thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow night at 7:30 for communion. God bless you all. Bye.